Hiya folks, Simon here, so I'll be with you in just one moment. I'm just trying to sort the stream out. Probably should have done this before actually going live, but hopefully it won't take too long. Okay, how is everybody doing this fine day? I hope everybody had a good weekend. I just want to, before we get started, just mention something, and that is a few of you have perhaps suggested in chat that I'm starting a little bit later today. In actuality, that isn't the case. I'm going to explain to you in just a moment once I've got this all set up here. What's going on? Why can't I see your messages? Ah, there we go. I think. Oh dear. Right then, okay, yeah, so what it is that here in the UK, our clocks went back an hour on Sunday morning, which means that it's actually the same time, 2:30 PM here for me at the moment. Whereas this time last week it would have been 3:30, if that makes sense. So for those of you that live in countries and places across the world where you haven't adjusted the clocks, it's going to appear as if I'm starting an hour later for you guys, when in effect I'm actually not. It's just because of the stupid clock changes that pretty much annoy everybody, and yet we still do them. Anyway, that's neither here nor there for the purposes of this stream. So yeah, we finished off in the train graveyard, and we're going to be progressing on from here today. Now, I did do a few videos just covering some of the content that can be done here in the train graveyard, including stealing some useful items, but the one that you definitely want to get is the striking staff, so make sure you steal that above all else, but also the gravy ball is a nice thing to get for battling the Midgar Zolom later on. And hello to everybody that's joining us. Who have we got stopping by so far? I can see Jana, Red Mario, Jonas, Nico Girl, Yum Yum, and Lomax as well, and Skepsis, and Wes. Greetings, folks, and Na today as well, and Blaze. Fantastic stuff. Good to have you all here. I'm just having a little bit of problem with my chat log at the moment. I normally just kind of minimise it so that I can see the messages on the same screen that I'm playing on, but YouTube's not having it, so hopefully I managed to get on with that. Right then, okay. Now, I've already solved the puzzle in this area. Well, it's not really a puzzle, but, you know, just with the trains and stuff, and grabbed all the items. So we're just going to be moving on into the northern area. I did show all that in the video that I did. And these are the guys that you can get various items from. The gravy ball, the ghost hand. I'm not going to get any more for the sake of time here. Tifa's got quite a nice physical attack now as well, thanks to the fact that she's got the striking staff, which is just a beautiful item to get. Boing. There we go. Look at that. Physical attacks to the death. Hey, Trincrisator, welcome. Oh, we've got a gravy ball anyway. Okay, so the only thing I might steal again, if we come across any in the next area, is the striking staff itself. And the reason for that is, even though you only, of course, need one to equip, you can actually sell the others a little bit later on, which is a nice bonus. They do go for quite a bit. So it's not like worth farming loads of them to make money, because there's going to be far more sufficient ways to get gil further on in the game. But in terms of just making a nice little boost to your income, you can certainly do worse things. Okay, so over here, I believe there's a potion, but I already picked that up previously. That barrel there might contain a hidden item. I'm just going to check that out. It could be an ether. I'm going off memory, so I could be wrong on that. Hey, Solaris and Dom. Thanks for stopping by. Ah, okay, so this is the guy that can give us the striking staff. So I'm just going to show you that we can steal more of them. At the very least, just so we can sell it and we can see how much it goes for them. Unfortunately, as you can see, it can take a bit of time for the successful steal. I was quite lucky on this occasion, it seems. Right, there's also a shop coming up, so we should be able to purchase a tent, I think, which is a great thing to do before we actually make our way into the next part of the game. And we got Tifa's Limit learned. Hey, Kevin, welcome to the stream, and Anthony as well. Greetings, folks. Is Final Fantasy VII my favourite Final Fantasy? It is, Kevin, yes. It's the first Final Fantasy that I ever played, back in 1997. And it's pretty much the one that I've stuck to ever since. I always go back to it. Although I haven't played it all the way through for quite a while, I've got to be honest with you. 2012 was my last full playthrough. Was it Somersault she learned? Yeah, it must have been. But yeah, it's always good to go back to the classics. Yep, there's a hidden ether there. Yeah, there's a few hidden items around this train graveyard, which aren't particularly located in, you know, visibly on the screen and stuff. Right, let's get everybody back up to full health as we continue to push through the area here. Last one now. There we go. Yeah, 1997 this game came out. I'll tell you what, it doesn't half make you feel old when you think about it. And it makes me feel old because it doesn't actually seem like it was all that long ago that the game itself actually came out. I actually remember when it came out, playing it and stuff. So, right then, we do need to grab that potion. No, actually, it's a high potion that's just located on top of that train car up there. Oh, 187 crit. Goodness me, Aerith is so deadly right now. So deadly. And we're getting a nice healthy supply of those gravity balls. No, 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 no. Don't go in there. Go up here. Right, this is the final item to grab from this area. Come on, Cloud. Down we go. Right, all we need to do is move this train here into the other one. Then we can access the next part of the area. Yeah, I have got a few ghost hands myself, Lomax. I did farm a few. I actually farmed a couple of gravity ball, but I don't think I needed to. Because I've got quite a few naturally, haven't I? Just by playing through this part of the game since starting the stream, which is quite interesting. Right, now we need to move this one. Okay, we could have grabbed that potion at this point, but it doesn't really matter. I have played Link's Awakening, Kevin. I haven't completed it. I haven't had time, unfortunately. But yeah, I have played it, and I've been having a lot of fun. I didn't play the original game, I'll be honest with you. So it doesn't have that nostalgia factor for me that it probably has for a lot of other people. But it was certainly a game that I've been enjoying, so... yeah, want to complete that at some point. Yeah, it certainly does, doesn't it, Isaiah? Yes, I've got some ghost hands, Red Mario. Yeah, I just saw your message there. I think I just answered it, though, a few minutes ago before I saw your question, to be honest with you. Right, we can chat to this guy. Who wants to commit suicide, apparently. There's some lovely themes in Final Fantasy VII, isn't there? He wants to commit suicide on the basis that he just doesn't want to leave the place that he knows so well. Right then, okay. It is time. The Pillar Assault. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to this in the remake. I think this part of the game, the Pillar Assault, is going to be sensational. I really think so. Not only in terms of the graphics, but in terms of the emotions it's going to invoke. Hopefully we'll see just a great sense of danger of having the pillar coming crashing down onto a huge section of Midgar. And then, of course, we have the characters, Biggs and Wedge and Jessie. The bulk of Avalanche, really, meeting their fate, don't we? Which... yes, it's touched upon here in the original game, but I think Square are really going to be pulling on the heartstrings in the remake. It's difficult to know, Kevin. I mean, if you like adventure games, then I think you'll enjoy it. I mean, I'm enjoying it, and I didn't play the original. I'm not even the biggest Zelda fan, to tell you the truth. But I have been enjoying Link's Awakening, so... yeah, my best advice would be to just watch some videos on it if you haven't already, though I'm sure you probably have, and just have a think about whether it be your type of game. Yeah, I would suspect, because we've seen quite a lot of Avalanche in the remake trailers, I agree with you. Who was it who said that then? Yeah, Yum Yum. I agree with you, Yum Yum, that I think this part in the remake is going to take place quite a few hours in. I mean, we're about 4 hours in now in the original game. After doing a little bit of farming as well. I suspect it's going to be quite a bit further in than that in the remake. so that we've really, you know, grown attached to the various characters and stuff. Hey Roxana, welcome to the stream. And Kerwin as well, greetings to you both. Yeah, no, weekend was great, thanks Kerwin. I had this cold last week, which was kind of nasty, and I'm just on the tail end of it now, but I'm feeling a lot better. But yeah, it didn't interfere too much with the weekend, which I'm happy with. So, right, this is where the soldiers were before. They've gone now, but we still can't access the area below this place because Tifa doesn't let us. Right, I believe that, yeah, Aerith has left the party. We've also fully healed as well, which is nice. One thing I recommend is just sticking some materia onto the other party members that Aerith was holding before. I've put cover onto Tifa just because Cloud, I find, tends to build his limit breaks up quite quickly anyway. His new limit breaks, because he's always in the party. So I like the opportunity for other party members to take damage so that they get more opportunity to cast their limits in order to attain their next levels, if that makes sense. But whoa, level 99 at the start of the game, Isaiah. Was that before, like, leaving Midgar? Or is that, like, in the first Mako reactor or something? Right, I think this guy has a shop, if I remember. Yeah, he does. So that striking staff that we just looted, we can sell for 650 gil, which is actually more than I expected. So you can actually, you know, farm a few of those. Just imagine if you spent time farming, I don't know, 10. Probably take about 20 minutes. You'd make 6,500 gil, which is a nice amount. But just remember, there's going to be ways to make tons more gil than that later on, which is why I didn't bother. But it is a potential farming method for those of you that are interested in that. We could also sell Aerith's rubbish weapons as well that we're no longer using. Oh, one thing I completely forgot to do and I meant to do was to unequip the Mithril armlet from Aerith, because you can actually equip that then onto Barrett in a short while. Perhaps you know, already purchased more Mithril armlets. I didn't. I only purchased 3 on the basis that I was going to unequip them and equip them as needed. But, oh well, that's fine. I think we should have a carbon bangle. Cranial Pinball, loving the channel. Hey, appreciate it. And are we going to be getting any Final Fantasy VI? Possibly. I do love Final Fantasy VI. I've only played it through once myself, but I did play it all the way through and thoroughly enjoyed it. I just need an excuse to play it. So perhaps maybe Square could re-release it, remaster it, or something like that. Would be nice. If they do, then yeah, I definitely want to cover it on the channel. Okay, let's save the game. And then we'll start making our way up. Just bear with me, just gotta check something online. Weird phone call I just had. Strange. Okay, right, where were we? Am I going to mess with the sources later on? Possibly not, in all honesty. So, who was it who said that, sorry? Oh, Wes, sorry mate. Yeah, probably won't be messing with them too much, because you can farm them, as you know, by morphing enemies, but there's no way that I know of to multiply them using the W item glitch. So it's just a lot of work to try and max out stats using them. But I'll probably get quite a few of them, but how much I'm not exactly sure. Right, anyway, let's start making our way up here. For my Switch, Philip, I tend to just stick to the games that are, like, unique to Switch, if that makes sense. So I like all of the Nintendo games. Mario Odyssey. My mind's gone blank now, actually. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's fantastic. And Breath of the Wild, I didn't actually complete, so I wouldn't actually include that in my favourites, but I know that's a really popular game and I did enjoy it. Yeah, I can't remember. My mind's gone a blank. I haven't played the Switch for a couple of weeks. It's mostly the kids that play it, you see. But yeah, there's a few games in there that I really enjoy. You can get Omni Slash once you've got a Tiny Bronco, can you, Red Mario? Is that when you can get the 32,000 points? The problem is, I don't really get Omni Slash until you get access to the special battle. Mainly because it's too annoying trying to build points up using the standard battle square enemies. It's a lot easier once you've got access to the special battle and you can kill the more powerful opponents. Because you just get so many more points, I find. Hey, Anthony, you bought the game on PS4. Yeah, that's what I'm playing on. So, looking forward to getting the Platinum for this game. I think it's going to be a little bit tougher than Platinuming Final Fantasy VIII, which I did recently. That was quite an easy Platinum, all things considered. Final Fantasy VII has a few trickier trophies that you could miss if you're not paying attention. And you do have to start prepping for them quite early on as well, it's got to be said. Let's go ahead and cure all here, ready for the next fight. The next boss battle. Yeah, I hate back attacks in Final Fantasy VII. It really disrupts the damage that you do, doesn't it? It's pretty cool that elemental magic doesn't do any less damage, but all your physical attacks do. Well, apart from if you're using a long-range character, of course, which we are not right now. Wow, this guy does not want to die. There he goes. Oh, yeah. When we leave Midgar, one of the first things I'm going to be doing... Okay, not the first thing. A little bit later, after we leave Midgar, is just collecting a whole bunch of very powerful enemy skills. Enemy skill is one of my favourite materials in the game. I really, really like it. Goodbye, Jesse. Right, there's a couple of things we need to do, I think, at this point, in order to make sure that we don't lose points with Barrett for the Gold Saucer sequence later on. Oh, right, okay, Anthony. Yeah, I did actually like doing that playthrough. I'm glad you can get the Platinum Trophy from that as well. Yeah, hopefully the remastered walkthrough that I've done recently for Final Fantasy VIII just covers absolutely everything for people that are following along with that. Yeah, the Gil Trophy. You've got to get like 99 million or just under 100 million Gil, haven't you, in total? Right, let's go ahead and do exactly what we're told here. Accessing the menu. Probably a good idea. Let's see if I can go ahead and equip her. Oh, we have got the Mithril Armlet. I must have purchased 4. Oh, that's interesting. Probably a wise decision. Let me just check. I did give Tifa the Metal Knuckle. Yeah, that's her upgraded weapon that we purchased for her. Barrett doesn't have anything. Okay, so it's just materia time now. So, hey, Review Your Wallet USA. Thanks for the super chat. Very kind of you. Appreciated. Right, let's just give Barrett something like fire, perhaps. Yeah, he can have fire. It's probably not going to do a whole lot in this upcoming battle. But it's something, isn't it? It's something. Right, I think we're just about set up and ready to go here. Oh yeah, I have actually heard of that, Lomax. I don't know if I've tried it myself. I think I might have dabbled in it on my last playthrough. I'll have to check out the videos. The W item glitch that you do in battle, where you can just duplicate any battle item, is the one that's really common, isn't it? And you can get like max amount of mega elixirs and stuff, or hero items. But there is an advanced version that I remember now that you mentioned it, but I don't remember exactly what it's involved with. But yeah, that allows you to duplicate sources, does it? If so, that's awesome. Yes, Roxana. Yeah, just to clarify, a lot of people might suggest, and it is actually something that has truth to it, that if you're going for the Barrett date, not to get Yuffie recruited into the party early on. But you can actually still get Yuffie from the first forest, and then still make sure that you get Barrett for the trophy in the gold source, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm going to be doing it both. I'm going to be doing both. Getting Yuffie early, and then still having Barrett be the one that selects us later on. Right then. Okay, so we need to break the pyramid. Just by attacking the party member that gets afflicted by it. And other than that, this fight's really simple. There's nothing to steal from Reno here. He just likes to slap you about with his stick. I don't think there is anything to steal. Red Mario. Nope, nothing to steal here. And Tifa has been blocked into a pyramid here. One thing to note, by the way. If the only party members left alive are party members in a pyramid, then you get a game over. Okay, so don't leave them in there. In fact, this fight is quite simple, but it was my worst nightmare when I first played. He's only got 1,000 health, this boss. Because I didn't realise you could actually attack friendly targets when I first played the game. And that actually meant that I would get game over repeatedly until I was fortunate enough to be able to kill him in time before 3 people got the pyramid effect on them. But once you know that, and of course we all do now, it's not a big deal. I was just saying that actually, Dom. I was just saying that. Makes me happy that I wasn't the only one. Yeah, I would be getting regular game overs on that fight. Having to reload my save because everybody was getting pyramid on them. And the only time I did kill him was when I managed to kill him in time before everybody got pyramid. I still wasn't attacking it. Oh, is he weak to ice, is he? I don't think Reno is weak to ice, actually. But I'm probably just misremembering there. He could be. Right, this is where we have to make a couple of, or maybe just one correct comment here to be made. Shut your hole. Right, let's just go ahead and chat to our party members here. Well, after the dialogue. You know, Aerith tells us that Marlene is safe here. Well, she doesn't actually use her name, but she effectively tells us. I wonder if we'll get to see a sequence involving Marlene in the remake as to how Aerith gets her safe. Because she does that, doesn't she, I guess, while we're climbing the pillar after we go ahead and abandon her at the base of the pillar. Yeah, stealing, I just saw your message there, Jasmine. Very important in Final Fantasy VII. I've already stolen a nice few items, and we've only pretty much, like, done a very short amount of distance covered since actually getting the steel materia. The striking staff in particular is a really nice thing to get first off. Okay, right, let's chat to folks. I think we chat to Tifa first. I'm sure there's a bit where we interact with the controls there. I guess not. How strange. I could have sworn there was a... Did we do that and I just wasn't paying attention? Oh well, doesn't matter now. Right, here comes the pillar. Bet the people on top enjoy the ride down. Probably the people underneath not so much. Hey Dylan, welcome to the stream. Yeah, good point there, Yum Yum. Reno is often seen as a pretty cool character. But that is a pretty evil thing that he's done there, isn't it? Even if it was on orders, killing thousands and thousands of innocent people. I don't want to say it's out of character for Reno. But in one sense, it is out of character for Reno, isn't it? Yeah, I know he's a Turk. But a mass murderer? Seems kind of strange, doesn't it, now that you think about it? Right then, so that little yellow blob you saw on the floor is our next materia. It's the sense materia. Yeah, this is the scene that I think is going to get you in the feels in the remake, isn't it? Because it's quite poignant even now in the original game. And let's be honest, Biggs, Wedge and Jesse had very limited screen time here in the original game. They were more minor characters than major characters, but I suspect in the remake, because the whole game is set around Midgar, they are going to be established as major characters. Not necessarily playable characters, though that would be pretty awesome as well, but certainly important. Yeah, don't worry guys, I will get the yellow materia, which is the sense materia. Just to clarify, I haven't got it yet because I cannot have got it yet. Okay, since we've entered this area, there's been no time where I've had control over the party. It's just a cutscene since the moment the screen loaded. Yeah, he's very angry, isn't he, Barrett? It's an important scene, actually, because it just shows how cruel and how wicked the Shinra are. They're not that nice, really, are they? Willing to just slaughter thousands of their own people for their own gain. Do I think the remake will be rated 18? I don't suspect so, Kevin, no. It'll probably be rated similar to how the original was rated, I'd imagine. Even though it's probably going to be a little bit more intense than the original. Like, swear words and stuff. Won't be blanked out as they were in the original. I suspect that because sensibilities have come down a little bit since 1997, it'll probably still get the same rating. I think the original was rated 16 in the UK. Could be wrong on that, but I think it was, so I'm guessing it'd be about the same. Hey, Jonas, started work extra early this morning to be home again in time to join and play along with you live, loving all your content. Hey, thanks for the feedback and for the super chat. Very kind of you. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Ah, Roxana's just confirmed there the remake's going to be 16 plus. Yep, I did actually get the Turtle Paradise Flyer 1 Red Mario from the boys' bedroom. But yeah, good to know that you can still get it with Cloud, Tifa and Barrett if you didn't get it the first time. Yeah, and Turtles Paradise number 2, thanks for reminding me, is in... It's in the entranceway, isn't it, at the back? In the Shinra headquarters. Yeah, very true, Yum Yum. And I hope that they don't water that down in the remake as well. They really need to get us hating the Shinra, don't they, I think? It'll make the fight against the Shinra all the more meaningful. Oh, that's interesting, Lomax. Hopefully you'll still be visiting the channel once I get to that part of the game. Once we get access to the W item material, maybe you can just remind me of it then, because that's something I would really be interested in covering on the channel for other people as well. I know everybody seems to know about the W item glitch where you can duplicate just, you know, battle items and what have you, but the advanced version, being able to duplicate sources, super useful. Right, okay. I can't go back. I need to get the sense materia. Okay, so we need to wait until we bump back into our other party members. Okay, so we'll go through the cutscene. I'm guessing that was a little flashback to Sephiroth. Yep. Remembering Sephiroth saying such a thing. Sephiroth's got a very entitled attitude to life, hasn't he? I mean, thinking you have a right to summon Meteor to destroy all life on the planet in order to get all the life stream absorbed by your very self is kind of an entitled attitude to things. So I can see why we need to take him down eventually. Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? How evil are the Shinra? And despite the most wicked things that they do, they're still not the main antagonist in Final Fantasy VII. I think that's just, well, I think it's just awesome storytelling, to tell you the truth. That they're still just the minor villain in comparison to Sephiroth. Heck, it's almost, we don't really work with the Shinra at any point during the story, but we kind of end up tolerating them, don't we, a little bit later on, because it's clear that Sephiroth is the bigger threat. Yeah, let's equip Sense Materia. Barrett Red Mario recommends, so let's go ahead and do that. I don't use Sense all that much, to tell you the truth, but we'll equip it anyway for the very least, so that we can start leveling it up. Yeah, I love the musical score to Final Fantasy VII. The whole lot, really. Okay, so, in a previous episode, we saw the kid in his bedroom who was hiding some gil. I'm sure you guys remember that. And I advise you not to take his gil. Well, shortly, you're about to discover your reward for not doing so. It's not a fantastic reward, but it's definitely better than 5 gil. Anomaly, thanks for subbing. So let's head up here. And over to that kid's house again. Oh, the little boy's crying. Yeah, I guess it was quite noisy, the whole pillar crashing down incident, wasn't it? So, of course, the whole point of bringing the pillar down was to get everybody to hate Avalanche. And it seems to be doing the trick. Right, so there's the Turtles Paradise Flyer number 1. If you didn't get that already, make sure you do, but I did. Let's try and chat to the kid here. Yeah. Right, so, okay. Earlier on then, we came into this bedroom. We examined the 2 drawers. There was nothing in them. We spoke to the boy. He told us he was hiding his money. We examined the drawers again, found a hidden drawer with 5 gil in. You then had the choice of taking the gil or leaving the gil. I told you to leave it. If you took it, fine, you took it, you got 5 gil. But if you left it, and now speak to this boy, you'll get this reward. A turbo ether. Which is actually quite a nice item. And definitely, as I say, better than 5 gil. But if you did take the 5 gil, don't worry about it. It's hardly like, you know, going to make a big difference getting 1 turbo ether here. I'm not sure, actually, today. I'm not sure if every Final Fantasy has one. Which was the one in Final Fantasy IX? Did that have a, here's some gil, but don't take it, you'll get a better reward later on type thing? Yeah, keep that turbo ether, because you can max it out later using the W item trick as well. Although there's probably going to be more later on anyway, to tell you the truth. Anyway, we'll make our way over to Aerith's house in a moment. Let's just see what some of these other NPCs have to say about the whole pillar crashing down. Okay, let's save. And make our way into Aerith's house. Steve invested the 5 gil into the Honeybee Inn. Yes, I think Turbo Ether is coded to return 1000 MP, which in most circumstances will return all your MP since the cap is 999. But if you're using the HP MP reversal, I think it only restores 1000. It might be 500. I'll tell you what, guys, I'll check it in a moment. Yeah, definitely, Elijah. Elixirs and Mega Elixirs. 2 very, very powerful items you can quickly max out using the W item glitch. You only need 1 of the items in order to max them. Oh, I forgot about this little scene. Little flashback scene. But Biggs and Jesse were there playing on the pole. Which party members do I normally include in Final Fantasy VII in a party? I can't remember what I've used historically, Jasmine. I'm trying to think. I think I generally use Tifa, Cloud obviously, and I usually swap and change with the 3rd. Possibly Red 13, although his final limit break isn't that amazing. I do like Vincent as a character, but not necessarily as a party member in battle. Well, I do actually like him in battle, but not as much as some of the others. There's a reverse steel W item glitch duplicate as well. Goodness me. That sounds complicated. I'll check it all out though once we get that materia. I'm looking forward to it. You can do a lot with the W item materia, can't you? A lot more than you intended to do with it, that's for darn sure. Ah, okay, Lomax. Yeah, carob nuts. A fun nut to have if you want to go chocobo breeding for a gold chocobo. And what's the other one? Is it a Zeo nut? Or Zeo nut? Something like that anyway. Hey, Famine! Welcome to the stream. You're just about to get the Lionheart, are you? Wonderful stuff. Yeah, it's always fun getting the Lionheart, especially if you can get it early on. And get some Lionheart limit break finishers. Make short work of pretty much anything. Hey, Peter. Yeah, sorry, folks, for missing your comments there in stream chat. But yeah, thanks, Peter. Appreciate it. I might make a video on it, Red Mario. But I've got to be honest with you. I'm one of those weirdos that actually enjoys chocobo racing in Final Fantasy VII. I actually enjoy the minigame and trying to get my chocobos as fast as I can get them. So the thought of skipping out on the whole chocobo racing and breeding chocobos without actually racing isn't necessarily one that appeals to me personally. But I understand that I'm probably in the minority there, so I will make a video. I'll make sure I make a backup save file, and then I'll make a video on getting a gold chocobo without actually doing the racing. And hopefully, you know, people then that don't want to do the racing will find that helpful. Yeah, I'd be interested to know how all of these back flashback moments will occur in the remake. Because they're quite an integral part to the original Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, and to be honest with you, One-Winged Angel Sephiroth, that's how it usually happened for me. Go off against some tough boss, cast Renzakuken like 15 times in a row and not see a single Lionheart. Accidentally get into battle against a bite bug and bam, there it is, Lionheart right from the get-go. Typical. Although it was pretty cool when I played through Final Fantasy VIII Remaster, we managed to complete the game using Lionheart, didn't we? It reminded me of Cloud vs Sephiroth with Omnislash at the end. Or throughout the battle with Ultimacia, I was like, come on, do a Lionheart, do a Lionheart. And then it happened as the final attack and finished her off through the final part of the fight. Which was nice. Unnecessary, but nice. Hey, Saviour. Thank you. You're welcome as well. Still doing the racing with a gold chocobo. Yeah, that's true, Red Mario. It'll probably be quite slow though, but maybe I could just breed gold chocobo after gold chocobo until I get a really fast one. Yeah, I just did a video actually, Roxana, talking about the minigames for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because Yoshinori Kitase was mentioning the whole squat minigame that we've seen in the trailers. And it does seem that Square are taking them quite seriously, which is nice because a lot of people were worried they weren't going to. With the whole remake seemingly becoming a lot more of a serious version of Final Fantasy VII. I think the last set of trailers and footage we've seen have really shot that down and showed us that no, Square are definitely still keeping to the original vibes, aren't they? Which includes a lot of the silliness and ridiculous parts of the original game as well being included. Not that all the minigames are ridiculous, but some of them certainly are. I want to know, I'm guessing it won't be applicable for next year's remake, but in whatever part it comes out in, how they're going to do the Fort Condor section. Because that's almost like an entirely different game in and of itself, isn't it? Well, that's why I started it, actually, Elijah. I started it now, even though it's October, because I would really like to get the Platinum Trophy before the remake comes out in March. And 3 streams a week, maybe that's possible. If not, I have to start upping the amount of streams that I do. But for now, we'll see how we get on. Right, let's go upstairs. We'll heal up here as well because we're resting. Right, so as we can see, Marlene is safe. Yeah, it was, wasn't it, Wes? And that's interesting, Roxana. I don't normally care about doing anything like that, but it just seemed appropriate at the time. Right then, what we want to do here is select I don't know. This will actually boost our points. I'm not sure if it boosts points with Barrett or just doesn't boost points with Aerith. Either way, it's the correct answer, so make sure you select it. Hey, Zane. Yeah, doing very good, thanks. How are you doing? Good to see you stop by. Right, after that little dialogue, we're going to go and select the sleep option in the next room. Well, that's what I'm hoping. I was thinking about it, Lomax. I don't normally care for the Fort Condor section, I'm going to be honest with you. Historically, when I play through Final Fantasy VII, the only battle of Fort Condor that I do is the final one that you have to do. And even then, I tend to just leave the controller, let the enemies overtake our base, and win just by killing the single enemy that you have to kill in a normal battle in order to not lose. But I reckon in the remake, that game is going to be fully fleshed out, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I can just already sense that Square are not going to allow that game to be anything other than just a ton of addictive fun. So, well, I'll do a Final Fantasy IX Platinum walkthrough. I've actually done 2 walkthroughs of Final Fantasy IX. Neither of them I would call a Platinum walkthrough, but with enough information to get the Platinum Trophy. I might go back and do a full Platinum walkthrough in the strictest sense of that term, like I did with Final Fantasy VIII, and I'm doing now with Final Fantasy VII. The problem is I've already got a load of the trophies myself, so it might make it a little bit more awkward to explain them to people, but I can do that. We'll find a way around it. Did I sleep? Yeah, I did, didn't I? I thought we had to have a conversation with Barrett, you see. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, there's a lot of battles, actually, for Fort Condor, isn't there, if you do them all? Hey, Famine. Yeah, that's no problem. Thank you. Take care. Yeah, Fort Condor was always just too much hard work for me to do. But if there's trophies tied to it, I don't know if there is actually, but if there is, I'll certainly be getting involved in it a little bit more on this playthrough. Will there be a walkthrough book with the remake? I haven't seen anything, Liquid. I wouldn't mind if there was. I always find those things fun to read. They usually give you a little bit of insight that you can't always find out on your own. Although obviously now in the age of the internet it's not really necessary, but for a collector's point of view I actually like to get them. But I don't know. I don't think we've heard anything, so... A lot of the publishers for walkthroughs, I think like Prima Games or Prima Games, have been struggling. I think, actually, they've even gone out of business, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, though. The people that made the Ni no Kuni 2 walkthrough, that was very good. Who are they? Oh, I can't remember. But I think they're still around. Maybe they could do the remake for the walkthrough for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Hey, Dark Swordsman and Scott. Welcome, guys. Thanks for stopping by on the stream. How are you all doing? Oh, you're off, are you? Sorry, Scott. Back to work now. Yeah, take care, mate. Okay, well, the party's back. Obviously, we need to go and rescue Aerith. So our next destination is Wall Market. And yet, this is the whole having to get batteries section. So we'll first of all make our way back there and save before doing anything else. This is an interesting area because some of the assets are actually going to be appearing in the remake. I've seen them in the trailer. I think the digger and stuff with the weird arm on it associated with it is one that's going to be seen in the remake because I saw it in the trailer. So it's little things like that, little details that Square are bringing across, which I think just shows that they are actually putting the effort into the remake. I'll show it you once we get out of this battle. Any Final Fantasy games I haven't played? There's some Final Fantasy games I haven't played much of. Some of the earlier ones. Final Fantasy 1 and 2 I haven't played much of. Final Fantasy 3, 4 I've completed. Final Fantasy 5 I've completed. And Final Fantasy 6 I've completed. All the Final Fantasy games after that I completed. Lightning Returns I didn't complete. I did do probably about 2/3 of the game, but I personally wasn't a big fan of the time mechanics in that game. I know a lot of people were. Final Fantasy XI, the first MMO, I played a little bit. Final Fantasy XIV, I played a little bit more than a little bit, but I haven't done a whole lot in that game either. So most of them I've played and completed multiple times, but a few of them I haven't. Yeah, you see this hand? That's the one I'm talking about. I've seen that in the remake trailer. It's actually attached to the digger, I think. So it's things like that that if they weren't in the remake, you probably wouldn't notice. But Square have still taken the time to put them in, which is nice. Hey, Skepsis. Yeah, the archive will be up shortly after the video is finished. Yeah, just a huge materia, isn't it, Jasmine? But you only need to do one battle for that. So, I do like to get all the master materia. I think it's quite important, of course. Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks, Dark Swordsman. A lot better now that my cold's cleared up, mostly. Are you streaming today yourself, are you, Dark Swordsman? Yeah, Dark Swordsman Gaming and Guides is another one of our viewers that streams Final Fantasy to his YouTube channel, so I'd encourage you to check out his content as well. I do like to support my viewers where I can, as you guys support me so much. And he's currently playing through Final Fantasy VIII. And I know there's a lot of Final Fantasy VIII fans in chat. Yeah, Future Press. I was thinking of that company earlier, Yum Yum. Yeah, they're the ones that did the Ni no Kuni 2 guide and also the Horizon guide. And those guides were absolutely fantastic. They're some of the best guides I've ever seen. They really are brilliant. The only problem is that I think both of them, I guess because the guides are of such high quality, they never actually came out along with the game. So when they do release their guides, they tend to be irrelevant from a strategy point of view. The Ni no Kuni 2 guide, which I do own, actually came out after I completed my full series for that game and got the Platinum Trophy on my YouTube channel. It was like about a month after that the guide was actually released. So, ideally, of course, you want your guides released at the same time as the game. But yeah, in terms of quality, Future Press tend to do very, very nice guides, in my opinion. They really do. Okay. So, as long as everybody's got a mithril armlet, we don't need to purchase anything else. Why the heck is Cloud using a bleeding iron bangle, though? I did not realise that. Let me just remind myself which shops are which here. Yeah, no, not you. That's the materia shop, I think. You can buy the cover materia, but why you would want to, I do not know. Yeah, you did Final Fantasy IX as well, didn't you, Red Mario? I saw on your channel. Right, we'll sort the batteries out in a little while. We need to go to the climbing bit first, I think. I have no idea why the heck Cloud is using a flipping iron bangle. What is he playing at? Needs to sort that equipment out. Pretty darn sharpish. There we go. That's more like it. Oh yeah, iron bangles are missable. You don't need it, of course. But if you're one of those that wants to collect every item and have at least one of every item in the game, then make sure, first of all, you purchase the iron bangle from Sector 7 earlier on. And when you do, don't sell it again after. So, just bear that in mind. But obviously, in terms of the actual gameplay mechanics, it isn't important in any way, shape or form. We can sort the batteries out now. I think we don't have to go to that other area. Hey, Peter Young. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing good, thanks. How are you doing? Yeah, greetings to everybody else that stopped by and joined us. As we continue to storm through Final Fantasy VII. I think we can afford 100 gil for those batteries. We've got like 16,000 plus of the stuff. Yeah, I knew that Aerith had one. I also equipped one on Barrett. So, yeah, I've got 4 now, haven't I? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So, all my party has a mithril armlet, and then, that's right, Aerith has one. I was a little bit confused as to how I had a mithril armlet for Barrett once he joined the party, because I thought I'd only purchased 3. Turns out I had, but for some reason I hadn't put one on Cloud. Very, very strange. I think I'm losing it, I really do. Yes, Peter, I am terribly excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake next year. I really hope Square don't let us down with that, but from what I've seen so far, it does look amazing. Even if some of the dialogue is a little bit weird. I don't know if it's the dialogue or the acting, but it's a JRPG, so I'm going to look past that. If I can get through Final Fantasy X, I can get through Final Fantasy VII with dialogue, that's for darn sure. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. Right, one thing to note as well, because we did the trophy earlier where Cloud gets chosen by the Don as opposed to Tifa or Aerith, I believe we can actually get the extra item that we didn't get earlier on. Since the Don's home is now just open to everybody, it seems. Let me just check. Yeah, there it is. So this Phoenix Down, you'll generally get if your Tifa or Aerith gets chosen in your game. But with Cloud, you don't gain access to this room. However, as you can see, it's not a missable item. You can come back and get it. So just bear that in mind. Red Mario, I've just seen your message talking about that as well. But yeah, appreciate that. On this occasion, I saw your message after the fact, but it's still helpful to know. Oh, there's also an NPC we can speak to. I think it's here, in the basement. Doesn't do anything, but just for the sake of completion, I'm sure there's somebody down here. Yeah. Look who it is. It's Koch. we can help him, or choose to help him, I should say, or leave him. So a little bit of a bonus scene for you there. Oh, yum yum. That laughing scene. Right. What does that sound? The wall? Is it avalanche? Interesting. Yeah, it must be. Kind of looks like it's about to say avalanche, doesn't it? Okay, so this is it. We're leaving the slums, making our way into the Shinra building. And this is an area of the remake I'm also very, very much looking forward to. Because some of the concept art, a little bit of the footage and screenshots we've seen of the Shinra building look amazing. They really do. Okay, see you later, little fella. Yeah, I actually think as well, you lose mission points if you jump down during that part of Final Fantasy VIII. I did it on my playthrough knowing that, just because it's so darn fun. That is not safe, just standing on the edge like that. Where are their parents? Right, this is where we need the batteries. We can actually see the destruction wrought from the falling of the plate in the background, can't we? Even though we can't see the fire moving, because it's just a pre-rendered background image, that's what all that red is in the background. That's the fallen plate, and it's all burning on fire. So quite a poignant scene there. Yeah, we'll see if we can get the jump done first time. Yes, it does, Red Mario. You can actually get an ether with one of the batteries. The only thing is, you'll lose the battery if you do that. Now, the battery is pointless, but if you want to get one of every item in the game, then you'll actually want to leave the ether and keep the battery, because the battery is missable in the sense that once you've used it, you can never get it back again. So just bear that in mind. If you're going for a complete item list with no blanks, don't get the ether, keep the battery. And you can keep it forever then. Just try and mind myself, which is the exact path here. There we go. Makes sense. Yeah, the jump is kind of annoying. I don't think I'm going to get it first time. I don't think I normally do. But we'll see. Hey, isn't it here that we need to jump? A bit further up. Okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. Hey, look at that. First time. That's how you do the jump, guys. It's literally just before the swinging bar touches the wire where Cloud is standing on. As long as you jump there, then you won't miss out on that. That was a lot easier than I remember, though, I've got to say. Right, so that's the battery port that gives you an ether. But as I said, I'm going to leave it for now. I don't know if I do want to get absolutely one of every item in the game, or at least one of every item. But maybe we'll keep our options open. Right, there we go. That's the end of this little section. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure how they'll do that, Dragon Red. There's not going to be a world map, I wouldn't have thought. Ampto PM Guitar, thanks for subbing. Yeah, there's not going to be a remake in next year's... Sorry, a world map in next year's remake, because that's all around Midgar. Well, if Midgar's an open city, it probably will have a world map of sorts, won't it, of Midgar? Probably with a fast travel system, I'd imagine. But yeah, going forward into the next entries in the projects, I would like some kind of traditional world map, but I'm not going to get my hopes up for that. We'll see how they do it. Hey, Kieran Barrett, welcome to the stream. Sorry, dude, just saw your message there. Yeah, the propeller does damage in the remaster. When you reach floor 59, find the black staircase and go down the staircase. It's an elixir. Don't choose an option when Barrett asks. Has no impact. Okay, Red Mario. Here we go. It's the Shinra building. Yeah, this is going to look awesome in the remake, the Shinra building. And from what we've seen in the trailer so far, Square are going all out on it. For sure. Right, I don't think it matters from from Barrett's point of view in terms of the date mechanics as to whether or not we sneak in or go charging him. I'm just going to check that on Google. I won't be a moment, but I really don't think it matters. Yeah, it's not until Red 13 that we have a next dialogue choice that's actually going to make any difference. So, in terms of some of the items, we can get the elixir by sneaking in. Hey, Peter Young, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, you off, are you, Roxana? Well, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, see you Wednesday. Right, so yeah, we get an elixir if we sneak through. But by busting in, we can actually get the carbon bangle. So the carbon bangle's a nice steal. Oh, I'm becoming a member as well, Peter. That's wonderful. Good to have you on board. Yeah, thanks for signing up as a YouTube member. So this is it then, guys. This is where we get to choose. Yeah. Welcome to the Fuzzfinger team. And I think we're going to bust him. Even though you get some pretty funny dialogue. Tifa uses some pretty harsh language for Barrett on the sneaking method. But by busting in, we can steal that carbon bangle a little bit earlier on. Which is quite a nice item. So. And Red Mario says we can still get the elixir by reaching floor 59 and then just using the staircase to go back down. Brilliant, Red Mario. I'll do that then. Yeah, I'll do that and then we'll just go for the busting option. That's what I'm going to choose. Hey! Member hype. Jonas K's become a member as well on YouTube. Welcome, Jonas. Thanks for signing up. Yeah, appreciate that, guys. That does support the channel. Helps a lot. Right, let's go ahead and save. I was actually planning on leaving the stream at this point before I started. I was planning that. And Lomax, thanks for subbing. Appreciate that. But seeing as how we've only actually been going for an hour and 10 minutes, I think I'm going to push on a little bit further. So, let's do that, shall we? Hey, Arrow Shot. Followed your Final Fantasy VIII Remastered walkthrough and got the Platinum. Ah, congrats on getting the Platinum. Yeah, it's a fun Platinum to get that, isn't it, Final Fantasy VIII? And I was happy to do that. Oh, you're very welcome, Peter, and thank you. Right, here comes our first battle. These guys don't have much. I do get confused as to where we can steal Cloud's hard edge from, but that's not until much later. The soldiers that we fight for that actually have these kind of round swords. So it's not these here. And get Turtle Paradise number 2. Yeah, definitely. I will definitely be getting that. For sure. Whoa! Fights are coming in thick and fast here. Right, one thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and get a elemental spell tied to the all spell, connected to the all spell. I keep wanting to say junctioned, but I don't think it's called junctioning in Final Fantasy VII when you connect two materials together. Even though it's so tempting to say that. Let's just speed through this battle. Floor 67, is it, Red Mario? Oh, that's good to know. I knew it was much later on. I couldn't remember the exact floor. Right then, let's just go ahead then and sort out that materia. So we'll take the all spell off Cure. And let's give it to Cloud, I guess. Right, okay. So, there's a little video, something we can watch as well, isn't there? Right, there it is. Turtles Paradise newsletter number 2. So, don't forget that one. Right, we're going to head up to floor 2. There's a pretty funny... It's not a news article. I think it's like an advert. Yeah, it's an advert. It's a commercial. Hey, PZ, sorry, probably mispronouncing your name there, talking about Dragon Quest. I have actually got some episodes recorded for Dragon Quest that I haven't uploaded. But people did not seem interested in that series, so I did cut it down a little bit. But if people want it, I'll certainly carry on with it. I don't want to annoy people, though, by uploading stuff that's just going to spam their video inboxes, can we call it that? That they don't actually want. But if enough people want it, I'll certainly go back to it. It was more of an experiment, that was, because I hadn't covered Dragon Quest before on the channel properly. So, gotta try these things. Anyway, there's 2 treasure chests here, but we can't access them. Later on, I believe we can, though. But not right now. There's actually a shop here. Despite the fact we're breaking in and shouldn't be here. That doesn't stop them from taking our business. To be honest, Peter, Final Fantasy VII is probably my favourite Final Fantasy game in most regards, in most respects. Including, like, story and stuff. I'm just going to stock up on a couple more tents now that we've got some money. Let's get some eye drops as well. Just in case we get inflicted with blind. Right, so yeah, this is the television that you can interact with. Excuse me. A little bonus cutscene here that not many people know about, I don't think. Hey, good afternoon, Zarek. welcome to the stream. In other words, return to Dragon Quest XI. Only got the game because I was following the walkthrough. Oh. Well, I'm glad you was enjoying the walkthrough, Isaiah. Did you manage to overtake me in the end? Yeah, we get a nice little commercial here for the Shinra vehicles. Oh, okay, Red Mario. I'm pretty sure that we've got plenty of opportunity to get moth slashers, though, haven't we? Because I want to steal a few carbon bangles. Is it good, that Zarek, The Outer Worlds? I've got to be honest with you, I feel a little bit out of the loop. I hadn't really heard of that game, I don't think, until recently. But, you know, from what I've seen of it, it does look pretty awesome. Have you been streaming that one, have you? If you have, I might have to check out some of the videos you've done. I need to put Bolt All on another character, actually. Because having Cloud stack up too many killing blows is just going to interfere with the other characters, building up their limit breaks as well, their new ones. Yeah, I think that's something I've noticed, Jonas. Final Fantasy, it seems to be like the quintessential JRPG franchise in the West, doesn't it? I know that for many of us, there are others as well. But in general, I mean. Right, we're going to go and use the lift. But I'm just going to check what's up here stairwise. Yeah, not a whole lot. Hey David, welcome to the stream. Yeah, better late than never. Yeah, that's what it seemed to be seemed to me to be as well, Zarek. Something along those kinds of lines, Fallout, but in, you know, that new setting. A working version of a Fallout game. That's an interesting way of saying it there, Yum Yum. Hey, John. Smallwood donated £2 through Super Chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, welcome to you folks that have stopped by quite late. It's interesting, actually. I was going to finish the stream at the save point outside of the Shinra headquarters, but I decided to carry on for a bit, so at least that means that I managed to say hello to you guys. Right, we need to stop this. Oh, is it by the same development team, is it, Zarek? Hey, Jana. Yeah, Skyrim is a game that I enjoyed, but never really invested the time into it that I think that game needed. I probably played it for about 25 hours, and as anybody around here that knows anything about Skyrim will tell you, that barely lets you do anything in that game. Right, so we can encounter a moth slasher here, but it is kind of rare, as Red Mario has pointed out to us. Yeah, I have streamed after 5 PM at times in the past. It is a little bit difficult for me because of other real-life commitments. But I suspect when the remake comes out for Final Fantasy VII, I'll be going out my way to make sure I get as many streams in as possible at various different times as well. try and cover all bases for people, so to speak. Oh yeah, the puzzle to solve for the elemental materia. Ah, I think this is the moth slasher. I recognise it. So we definitely want to steal from this guy. Yeah, carbon bangle, first try. I'm pretty sure it looks like it's going to be weak to bolt magic, to lightning. Hey, Lord Moon. Welcome to the stream. Right, carbon bangle. Let's just throw that onto one of our party members here. I guess Cloud can hold it. Mithril Harmony is no match for the carbon bangle, as you can see here. I'm actually going to give it, though, to Tifa for now, because she is the one that has the cover materia, so a little bit more defensive stats for her is not going to be a bad thing. Yep, so probably not going to encounter another moth slasher now. We will be finding more later as part of the random encounters, and that's where we're going to be farming for carbon bangles for the rest of our party members as well. Well, speaking of which... Oh no, that's not a moth slasher. I don't know what this thing is, but I'll check if it's got anything useful to steal on it. Probably nothing. But I honestly can't remember, so... This is a hammer blaster and eco screen. Ooh, lots of health. Oh no, it's dead. It's kind of interesting, actually, how these larger enemies in Final Fantasy VII seem to reward the worst amounts of experience. That's something I've noticed. It's a little trend that I have noticed. Let's just throw a cure spell onto Tifa here. Okay, we're almost there now, floor 59. Making good progress. And we're there. We've made it. Woo. Hey, Dom, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Fuzz, please put this towards the tea fund. Thanks for all the great content. You know what? That's actually going to come in useful. I've just finished my cup of tea. And I'm very, very low on tea bags. So that is going to be a big help. Thank you for that, Dom. Right then. So. This is where we can get the elixir that Red Mario has been telling us about. These are the stairs that we would have come up if we'd have just chose to sneak in. But I'm pretty sure that a little bit further down here we can grab the elixir. Now there's no enemies in this section. And it is a bit of a ways down. But we haven't gone past it yet. So we've done the best of both worlds here, haven't we? By busting in, we've managed to get the carbon bangle, visit the shop, and do all of that good stuff. But also, we've managed to get the elixir that you would normally only get by sneaking in. Well, we haven't got it yet, but we're about to. The elixir isn't even that important, in my opinion, because the W item glitch will allow us to max out our amount later anyway of elixirs. but... The Behemoth Horn will be here later, but you have to take the same path he's taking now. Okay, Red Mario. I wonder if in the remake you get a choice. Oh, like sneaking in or racing or busting in. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I think you'll have to get a choice. Just because they are playing homage to the original in so many ways. I can't imagine them leaving that out. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it all plays out. And wow, you really do have to go a long way down for that elixir, don't you? What's a platinum run? A platinum run is a playthrough of the game where you get the platinum trophy. So I'm playing the PS4 version. Hey, at last! We got it, the elixir. Let's put turbo speed mode on. It might even be quicker, you know, to go all the way down. And then use the lift to go back up to the top floor, but... oh, I can't be bothered with all that experimentation. Oh yeah, Wes. Would that have been when I first did my Final Fantasy VII walkthrough in like 2012? I can't believe I've been uploading videos to YouTube for so many years. I know I've taken some substantial breaks during that time. I think I took a 6 months hiatus at one point. Everyone thought I'd gone AWOL, but I was literally just not doing YouTube videos at that time. But even so, 7 years is still a while, isn't it? There we go. Destroy the intruders. A platinum playthrough, Lord Moon. So getting the platinum trophy on PS4. Right, the enemies start to toughen up a bit now. So these guys are quite tough, and getting 3 of them in a single battle is obviously something we need to be a little bit cautious of. Ah, I missed it. Oh well. That's fine. Yes, yes. We need to get the password. Oh, we need to get password on first try. Because we need to get the elemental materia. The elemental materia is going to come in handy several times, but especially when trying to get the beta enemy skill off the Midgar Zolom. After leaving Midgar a little bit later on. Oh, that's strange. Wes? Yeah, no problem, Lord Moon. Oh, a couple of people have said the stream froze for them. Well, hopefully whatever that was, it's been corrected now. So it seems to be working for me. Right, there we go. Keycard 60. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff for Aerith on this playthrough because there's a trophy, isn't there? Associated, at least with her limit break. The weapon at the gold source, is that the one where you need to go to the speed square? Or is that her limit break? I get confused. I don't normally do a whole lot with Aerith. Hades plus elemental materia combo is OP. Yeah, one of the things I love about the materia system is just the various combinations you can put together. There's some really intuitive combinations that you can find out about online as well, which are kind of fun. Right, so here we have a little bit of a mini game where we need to dodge the guards. Starts off fairly easy, but ends up a little bit trickier. But if you fail it a lot, it doesn't really matter, because you can actually just go ahead and fail 5 times, and then I think you pass automatically. Or something like that anyway. So this first one's fairly simple. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. And one more. Yes, speed square. I was always rubbish at that. Always rubbish at it, to tell you the truth. You do get quite a bit of leeway with this particular mini-game. I mean, look, that guard should really have seen Barrett then, but he didn't. You do kind of get away with actually being caught, quite frankly. Oh, I never did that, Lego World, Belinda. Failing 5 times is good for the kills. Oh, that's interesting, Red Mario. Yeah, remember, we're here to save Aerith, not play little mini-games of dodge the Shinra guard. Thanks for the reminder there, Cloud. Right, anyway, up to floor 61. This is quite a harmless floor. I think we need to speak to one of these employees that are walking around. So, we're going to select this one. Pretty sure, yeah, we get the memory card, the key card here. I'm guessing that's quite a subjective question, Lord Moon. But I am with you that I really enjoy the materia system in Final Fantasy VII. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to play out in the remake as well. Okay. Yep, good idea. Let's save. Okay, so what I'm going to do is head down to the first floor. We can come back up here really easily now we've got the key cards. And if we screw up trying to get the elemental materia, which is very possible, I've screwed up before. On my last walkthrough I screwed up, in fact. Then at least we can just reload and try again. And it has been a while since we saved. It has been a bit of time. Alright then, guys. Well, I think on that note, since I've been going for about an hour and a half now, I'm going to take a break. So, Lord Moo. Yeah. A lot of love for the materia system. That's pretty good to see. Yeah, I'm going to take a break now, guys. And then we'll be back on Wednesday. But I'm going to try and get some videos done. So cover some of the stuff in detail that we've gone through today, and I might do a video just showing that floor 62 and getting the key, getting the elemental materia, which is really important, but one that you can mess up on, and I know that, as I say, from personal experience because I've done that myself. So I'd rather do that as a standalone video, and then we'll carry on from there on Wednesday, progressing through the Shinra building, and eventually, maybe on Wednesday, out of Midgar altogether and on to the next part of the game. Alright then, folks. Well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate everybody that stopped in to chat to say hello. Everybody that supported the channel as well through Super Chats and signing up as YouTube members as well, which was awesome. But yeah, if you can make it on Wednesday, I'll be streaming 2:30 PM UK time. Don't forget, for those of you guys that aren't in the UK, our clocks have just gone forward an hour. So if you're used to the stream starting at a various time in your time zone, it might be an hour after that now. Okay, but obviously, like I say, that depends on your own time zone. So, yeah, see you all then, Wednesday, if you can make it. Yeah, take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.